What's up, guys? Suzuki Wagon R today. I'm going to be putting in a steering wheel. So there is a boss kit, HKB boss kit for the Suzuki Wagon Rs with airbags. So this one has, I believe, some kind of resistor. So it thinks the airbag is still connected in your steering wheel. But yeah, I thought I would just make a quick video to show you how to remove your old steering wheel and put a new one on. And the HKB Boss Kit OU242 is for SRS airbag models, and then I think 232 or some other similar number is for Wagon Rs without airbags, which I actually have one of those. I bought on accident. And so, yeah, I'll probably put it on the website if you have a Wagon R without airbags. But yeah, like I said, you need the one for the airbags because it comes with like a little resistor or something we plug in. We'll figure it out when we get there. But yeah, let's go ahead and get the steering wheel off so we can get our boss kit on. So first off, to remove this steering wheel with the airbags, you got two bolts on the side, look like torque bits. So we got one there, and we got one over here. So there are two, and then once we get those off, this section should slide off. All right, so it is a T30 Torx bit. Let's go ahead and get those bolts out. Again, make sure your battery is disconnected. You don't want to accidentally set that airbag off. Also, I want to make sure my wheel is straight too before I go and take everything off. Because if my wheel's not straight, then I have a good chance I can put the wheel on crooked. That's straight up and down. All right, so there we go. That's removed. I just need to unplug it, the wires, and then there is our main bolt that holds the wheel on, and we can pull the old wheel off. Okay, so the wiring, the first yellow clip has this like protector that goes around it. And you see the little dot, the little blips in the hole there, the little pin. So you'll just pry this section off first, and then that will allow you to see inside, and you can see inside the slot right here in the middle. You'll push out on that with, you know, like a pick, and that will separate your yellow clip. And first of all, it's in there with this tab, so you'll lift up that white tab, then you'll get access to the yellow clip. And then on the little clear one, again, get yourself a little pick. You can get in on the first little hole right there, and then pry it out from inside the white clip. So now our airbag is off, which this is probably worth some money, so I'll save that. But we'll get that out of the way. And now we have access to our main bolt. It looks like a 17 or something like that. We're going to take that bolt off, and then I'll use a steering wheel puller, or we can bang on the wheel a few times and we'll see if we can pop that off. But let's get that bolt off now. All right, 17 mil takes out that center bolt, and then now it's basically just, I'm gonna be banging on the wheel and see if we can knock it off. Otherwise, I'll go get my steering wheel puller, but first let's see if we can just jiggle it loose. All right, let's see if we can. There we go. Got it. Okay, I just use some muscle, pull it off. Okay, so now let's go ahead and let's figure out how to put our little resistor doohickeys in so our airbag light doesn't go on. I gotta read some Japanese. Okay, so there's two different resistor, it looks like. One that have male ends and one that has female ends. So I didn't use the male end one, but I did use the female end one to go onto the yellow plug. So yeah, we're going to, I mean, that's the only thing I think I can do. So hopefully that thinks that the airbag is still plugged in. And I think this one is for the horn, but let's see what happens. Yeah, so the little wire to the green one is usually like the horn button wire. So that is the horn button. And we'll see if our airbag light goes on. Cool, no unnecessary lights. So it thinks that we still have the airbag attached. So very good. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the bolt in. Hopefully this is center, and we will put the new wheel on. And there she is, Boss Kit. So that's got the nice plastic cover. This seems to be a good fit, doing a flat wheel with the Boss Kit. I mean, deep dish would put the wheel out a little bit farther, but this feels like a good spot for the steering wheel. No, this is not going to be my final wheel. I want something like the black Prototipo or something, black leather and silver, but I just wanted to get the Boss Kit on so then I can get find my next wheel. But there you go. That's how you install a Boss hub adapter on your Suzuki Wagon R. If it's got airbags, it's the OU 242, and I think the 232 or something might be the one without airbags, but very cool. Super easy to do. Yeah, this is going to be way cooler than that boring one, but awesome. Thanks for watching, guys. See you on the next one.